You're so beautiful. Give the world a show. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Shake it.
Hello, hello, hello. Today, we're going to do things a little different, honey. We're going to have him for Lex in the City. I'm talking the one and only Mr. Jeremy from Mr. Jeremy's Sweet Potato Pies. Stay tuned. You better not touch that YouTube. We're back in 3, 2, 1.
So the question is, do you like sweet potato pies? Well, if so, please place your orders from Mr. Jeremy's homemade sweet potato pies. Fresh, smooth, creamy, no lumps, no strings, the buttery crust for only a small price. Begin placing your orders today.
And we're back. Yes, God, honey. We're having Lex in the City. And joining me for Lex in the City, you guys, is the one and only king of the pie, honey. I'm talking Mr. Jeremy from Mr. Jeremy's Sweet Potato Pie. Jeremy, how are you?
I'm grand.
Thank you for coming to the Lexy Lounge. I know you're busy, honey. How have you been?
I've been grand. Thank you for having me.
How are you? Of course, honey. You know she's always good. You got eyes.
I bet.
So anyway, because you're here visiting us, you're our guest, we're going to go ahead and let you pick today's topic.
Okay.
So what are we talking about, honey? Yes, doll. What are we talking? What are we toasting to? What's our topic?
Oh, well, so much is going on in the world nowadays.
Yes,
What
honey.
about Atlanta Housewives?
Oh, child, yes, child. There's a lot going on there. Yes.
So that Nene Leaks.
I'm Team Nene.
You who?
I'm Team Nene.
Okay. But the blood pot? Actually, I want to report the counselor.
Well, see, the thing of it is, if you remember him from, are you follow Housewives Alive?
I do.
Okay, so you remember, honey, him putting the kids back together. He had the grid.
That's what she had.
Yes.
So that Nene Leaks.
I'm Team Nene.
You who?
I'm Team Nene.
Okay. But the blood pot?
He changed this season. Do you think all the fame is going to her head? Because I really believe that the Nene we used to see was a little more humble. I'm not saying she was ever, nobody's sweet, kind,
Well, I can talk about personal experience. I used to be Team Nene even a year ago. Even when people used to talk bad about her, but a couple months ago, she was at the Bellagio and I was at the Bellagio and I ran into her and I tapped her on the shoulder. I was like, "Hi, Nene." She looked at me like...
I did hear, I did hear she shaded.
I heard it too, but I still defended her until she looked at me. It don't cost you anything to say hello to somebody.
That
So after that point, I was like, well, you in the business you rolled in on. Okay.
Well, Nene, I ain't never met you, so I'm hoping, honey, you're going to have love for your girl. Because, hey, you give me that, honey, you're going to want to call me.
She can stay on the 95 or the 15. I'm playing traffic.
Well, okay, and do you think Greg is a yes man?
Of course. He don't want his coins to stop. He wearing red bottoms to that shoe.
Shut up! That part. Honey, now I got the question for you now. Tell me how Portia got kicked off the Housewives of Atlanta. And she's on every single show consistently. Only thing, honey, girl don't got no peach. I'm saying she done lost her peach. But she's on every episode, but she got kicked off.
Because she got an African. Clearly, because she got an African that plays her way.
Yeah, everybody got African. Everybody got African. You got everybody got African. Everyone got a freaking African. And let me ask you this question. Do you know this little, let me let everyone know this little secret to you. I don't tell nobody. This little Easter tea for you, honey.
Oh, it's Easter.
Did you know that Nene Leaks and Kim Zolciak has a spin-off coming next fall? The Nene and Kim show.
I heard it. So I guess they're going to be switching wigs and we switching blonde wigs.
Yes, blonde wigs.
So who wore it better, me or you?
As long as you don't do that Don King wig.
They're not going to use yours, are they?
Oh, no, they can't, honey. Nothing is tighter than Donald Trump's piggy bank, honey. Yes, honey. This wig ain't going nowhere.
Her checks, because she rich, bitch.
Oh, hey, she cash Donald Trump checks. My thing is, I get Nene because it's like, you built your own platform. You had this platform, honey, you ran with it, but now you're doing too much. You acting like I don't know. You got to be somebody named Jackson to act like that.
My thing at the end of the day, just as fast as you go up, you can come down even faster. So stay humble and stay true to yours, and you can continue to grow.
And that's the part of it. She doesn't want to be humble. She is
But she's a swing down the poles.
She was humble
Then
coming down.
She was humble coming down the pole.
Yes, like she was humble getting
Now
that
trying to go
change.
up. Now I don't know who she is. But anyway, enough about her because I'm giving her too much of my time because she did not give me any of hers.
Well,
or you know, Google me.
Exactly.
Google me, Mr. Jeremy.
Now, Mr. Jeremy, honey, you have a lot of topic parties. Tell me, what did you guys think about Empire? What have people been talking to you about Empire? I know people be hitting me up. I be seeing your Facebook posts be going crazy.
Be going what?
Crazy. That's a
But you know, everyone is Team Cookie.
Yes.
A Cookie is that bad.
I recognize a bad bee when I see one.
Beyonce ain't got nothing on her. She is the queen bee.
I love it.
You know, what took the cake for me was when she spread her legs in that Escalade saying, "You want to taste the cookie?"
Honey, what about when she took the cookie jar and closed it, honey? Told her cookies Nikki is no longer in service, honey.
Oh no, what about when she snatched Boo Boo Kitty on the pool table? All that's it.
Did you like just die 3 times and then wake back up?
And, you know, they had
I woke back in a coma, then I died again.
But they had to give Boo Boo Kitty a little bit of attention when she had to snatch the pearls or whatever she did. They had to give her a little something, but they know, everybody knows Cookie was going to tap that egg.
Now, did you know that she actually thought about leaving the show because of that scene? She said she...
Boo Boo Kitty?
Boo Boo Kitty, honey. Boo Boo Kitty said she was going to get her kitty caboodles and kidded, honey.
Because she's irrelevant. I'm sorry to control, but what someone taught me that's an actor, he's my play brother, and he taught me, be careful what you do, because if you see yourself in the lights, somebody might come against you. Ooh. And they be like, you know what? I know him. I did this and that with him. I have these pictures of him. I have these videos of him. You know, granted, yeah, it could be a rumor, it could be truth, it could be whatever. But at any given rate, anybody can do anything to destroy your character. At the end of the day, all you have is your name.
Honey, and his name was Mr. Little. I'm just kidding, you guys. Anyway, that's all the time we have for Lexy the City. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're talking to Mr. Jeremy a little bit personal to see if he's all he's sliced up to be. Stay tuned. You don't want to touch that YouTube.
See ya.
Hi, I'm Sexy Lexy. If there's one thing I know how to do, that's cook that fork all the way back to that spoon. And this fall, I'm giving you a chance to get your life with Sexy Lexy's sweet potato pie.
That is rude. I don't even eat pie.
It's good, man. I like this.
So bomb. Shit is bomb.
So if you don't want to spend another boring Thanksgiving eating your auntie's nasty old sweet potato pie, I suggest you get your slice, get your life, and get this pie. Because here's what you're going to have to do. See that right there? That's all you. That's all you. And yes, honey, we're back. Yes, thank God. Now, you just seen, honey, Mr. Jeremy's pie, honey. We're back. We're getting to know a little bit about Jeremy. Jeremy, how are you doing today, sweetheart?
I'm grand, thank you, but I'd be even more grand if you said my name right.
I'm sorry, let me just put it up there. Jeremy.
No.
Jeremy?
Jeremy.
His name is Jeremy. Why would y'all say his name wrong? Oh my goodness, that's good. So Jeremy, honey, I have, oh my goodness, been following your whole little story. Tell me, how does one become what's known as pie guru, honey, of Sin City?
Well, at the end of the day, I did what I did just out of the love of my heart. I used to bake pies for my family and friends just because. And then I had one entrepreneur friend from Texas, and she was like, how much should I pay you? I said, this is for free. She was like, boy, you crazy as hell. And she was like, folks will pay to eat, especially if it's good. And I was like, really? So then I
pay if it ain't good. If it's good, honey, you just got your whole other thing.
So then I started out about 5 years ago, and then granted, it just began to grow, and now I should cross a nation.
Now, all jokes aside, what was the turning point till you said to yourself, you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this? Even though she said that to you, was that the turning point to where you said to yourself, I want to do pies, I want to promote these pies, I want to be synonymous with sweet potato pie?
It really wasn't, no. At the end of the day, my heart was into giving. As if I go to a special event, a birthday party, they'd be like, "Oh, here's a pie." That was my thing. You know, I'm a good old Southern gent, if you may. You know, I'm from Southern Nevada. catch that. But I grew up going every summer to Texas, you know, different parts of the South. So I guess that part is in me still. But that was more so of my sincerity behind it all, was just blessing someone else.
Oh,
but granted, when I started doing it, I see the monetary value of it. Oh, well,
that helps too. That helps too.
That makes the pie even better. Makes the pie even better.
Exactly. Just make the cinnamon just really taste hot.
That part. I'm not gonna tell you my recipe, but yes.
Well, you know, she don't really, care for too many other people's pie. You might have heard a little bit of something about Miss Sexy Lexy, honey. If one thing my followers know, she could cook that pork all the way back to that part. Mm-hmm. So, honey, I do know that a lot of people know you for pies, but also you know how to throw a really nice little mixer.
Yes.
Tell me about your twist.
Well, it's called Mr. Jeremy's Twist. It's a social mixer and topic party where many people don't like to go to clubs, bars, smoking environments. So I created a different atmosphere for you to get out without actually getting out into the secular realm. We talk about sex, relationships.
Wait, stop.
Oh.
You say y'all don't talk about the secular?
I know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I need you to catch up on it. You must be mustard. I need you to catch up.
No, honey. Okay, let me know, honey. Put it back on the bun. Put it back on the bun.
I said we talk about sex, relationships, controversial issues, current events, sports, etc. There are no wrong or right answers. Everyone's subject to their own opinions. Many people do not like to go to clubs, bars, or smoking environments or secular environments.
Oh, that's what you said, child. I thought you said y'all don't talk about secular things, but y'all talk about sex.
Get out without actually getting out. Everybody now all about that turn up. So this is grown and sexy. So we get out without actually getting out.
That gas.
Yeah, shit. That gas.
Honey, that grown and sexy.
Yes. This is how I'm a grown ass man.
I love it. So tell me, how does the topic party work? Because some people ain't been to school in a while, so they don't know how to raise their hand. Or do you demand that raise your hand type of thing in your mixer? Tell me how a typical
I've been
mixer
doing this
runs.
now for 5 years, and there's one saying: there's one host and one host only, and that is I, Mr. Jeremy. When Mr. Jeremy has the floor, Mr. Jeremy has the floor.
I like that, honey. Call to demand. So, also, I heard of your topic parties. You guys, when did you start your topic party? You said 5 years ago, but where did?
I started 5 years ago in my apartment. I used to work so much, working 2 jobs, and I'd leave the house at 6 a.m. and wouldn't get back in until about 9 p.m. Okay. So I was like, my home is fully furnished. Let me have people over for cocktails. Did that. To me, that was boring. To me, that was boring. So then I said, shoot, I think a lot. Let me add a few topics to it. Did that. People began to enjoy. Posted on Facebook. People began to like it. They wanted to come. I had a few more, and then more people wanted to come. Then I was like, I can't have all these spirits in my house. I can't with you. I can't. So then that's when I ventured out, and that's when more people began to support me, and I've been growing ever since then.
Well, honey, I think that is amazing. Now, let me ask you a question. What was the point where you said to yourself, I believe I'm making a difference? What is the point in your career did you say to yourself, I have arrived, this is where I want to be, this is what I was working toward?
Honestly, after doing a few mixers, I began to have people that came to each mixer and never said a thing. Then I had one lady that came to me and said, I came to a few mixers, and sitting back and seeing all these people say so many different opinions and having so many different viewpoints on topics that I was actually enduring made me sit back and go, now I understand. So being that there's over 80, or the last mixer I had was over 120 people there.
Oh,
so therefore you have so many, thank you. Being that you have so many different viewpoints, you never know what people are going through. You never know how somebody may view a certain topic. So therefore, the testimonials from that are so powerful to me. That's what makes me run on and say, okay, now I'm actually touching someone. Now I'm actually blessing someone. Now I'm actually saving someone. And that never was my intention.
Now, speaking of blessings, honey, were you at the Stellar Awards? I did catch a couple. Who did you see there? Who starstruck you?
The biggest starstruck, because people I seen on Facebook, a lot of people was taking pictures with celebrities, saying, oh, they changed my life, oh, they inspired me and all that stuff. But at any given rate, I can honestly say Sunday best winner, #1 winner, was Crystal Aiken. she actually patronized my business, Mr. Jeremy's homemade sweet potato pies. Fresh, smooth, creamy, no lumps, no fruits, or pepper. She actually bought a pie of mine.
Did she?
And I met her. She was incognito. Didn't know who she was. And I said, oh, you're so beautiful. And my friend knew her. And so we had a conversation, and he was like, oh, Jeremy sells pies. She was like, oh, what kind of pies? And I told her what it was. So I love your personality. Long story short, she was like, I'll buy a pie. I was like, okay. She was like, well, I don't have cash. I take the square.
That part.
I take the square.
Okay.
And so lo and behold, she did the square, and there was, and I seen her the next day at a red carpet event, and she was like, Jeremy, I love that pie. So therefore, that to me is something that was so cute. Because, you know, celebrities be like, hi, yes, I take a picture with you. Don't know you from a can of paint.
And don't care.
But her, she actually said hello. She mingled with me. She talked to me. She bought a pie, paid for a pie.
Ooh, that.
And then talked to me the next day and we're moving on.
Let me ask you a question.
Tickle me.
You don't have any older siblings. You are the oldest, correct?
Indeed.
Now, do you find that with your current success that you might have a couple family members like coming out the woodwork? They like to be like, hey, how you doing? I see you making some money. You know, you have that going on in your life, honey, because you are pretty successful. So do you see that type of family dynamic in your family?
Well, thank you, honey, for acknowledging my success. But honestly, with my family and my friends are very supportive of me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
My mother's side of the family is very small, and they've been there ever since the beginning. My father's side of the family is huge. The Washingtons are very huge. A lot of them I do not know, but the ones I do know, they still are supportive of me. So, you know, I haven't had that one. I'm not doing crazy. I haven't had that. I haven't experienced that yet.
Well, a lot of people don't realize is that even though your mother's side is very small, that's the side you're more predominant to, because you just recently came in contact with your father's side. Is that correct?
Well, actually, I know my father all my life.
Of course.
Yes,
okay.
My father has been born and raised here in Las Vegas, Nevada as well.
Really? Okay.
So a lot of people that may have followed me on Facebook may know the story, may not know the story. But my father was in my life, and long story short with that, he was in my life, and then we ended up having a heart-to-heart conversation. Mm-hmm. We mended some things, and then it was on May 23rd, 2012 when we mended things. And so for a year exactly, we had the perfect relationship. He'll follow up with me every day. He'll check in with me, Jeremy, are you having a grand day? I'm like, yes, Dad, I am, or vice versa. And then on May 24, 2013 was when he actually suffered of a massive heart attack, and he died. So that was very heartbroken to me. And then it took me a little while to realize that at the end of the day, the Lord enabled me to realize what it was like to actually experience to have a father.
That is beautiful. That is so beautiful.
It was heartbroken. You know, I was told there was so many different stages of to endure death. You know, you go through hurt, you go through anger, you go through sad, you go through all these stages. But eventually I got to that stage where I was able to understand. Because I never got mad with God, but I was actually able to understand. And I was thankful that he was actually able to come into my life. Because had he died before we got things right, that would aid me a lot. So please, if you ever have any problems with any family member, get it right. Because we never know the time of day. No matter the age. My dad was only 43 years old.
Oh my goodness.
So you may think, oh, you got to be 80, 90, 100 years old to die. No, you don't. No. People are dying at 6 months. So get it right. Life is too short.
Tomorrow is not promised to anyone, huh?
Tomorrow or 15 minutes from now.
Jeremy, oh my God, thank you so much for sharing your story. Like I've stated in some of my past shows, I don't know what it's like to have a father. And I'm praying and I'm thinking it's such a blessing to hear that you got to have that relationship with your father. God let you see that, and I think that is beautiful. Now let me ask you a question. Did you get your recipe for your sweet potato pies from your mom's side or your daddy's side?
It was actually a little bit of both. Sorry, now you got me a little emotional, huh? Because my dad, he was known for his caramel cakes. And I always...
Oh, I love me a caramel cake, honey. Yes.
And I always just tell him, Dad, please let me know. And he was like, no, son, I can't tell you. I'm like, please let me know. And he wouldn't tell me. So thankfully, my stepmother knows the recipe. So hopefully I can get it from her if she chooses. But anyway, with my sweet potato pies, got a recipe from my grandmother, which is my father's mother, Medea. They call her Medea.
Okay.
And then also on my mother's side of the family, my great grandmother, she also baked them, and my great aunt Julia, she also baked them. So I just took all 3 recipes, then put a little twist of my own on it, and then here we are today.
Wow.
So I can't really say, oh, it's this person, it's that person, it's that person. It's just, it's a recipe.
Now, I do have to ask you a question, Mr. Jeremy.
Tickle me.
Now, I know you've
what's
heard
my name, baby?
Mr. Jeremy.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Jeremy. Now, I definitely got to ask you a question. I know you might have heard. In case you didn't hear, let you find out. But honey, Miss Lexy, doing her own little sweet potato pie. Now, I know you've heard that, right?
I heard.
Oh, wait. You ain't gonna give me too much. You ain't gonna come on my show and give me too much now. So you heard, honey.
Well,
now, have you tasted?
But hold on, I'm like Ayanna said, you called me here.
Well, that part, I called you here to make sure we got one thing understood.
And what's that? Tickle me.
Honey, this is sin. Okay.
Well, you might be the queen and I'll be the king.
Well,
so how about it?
I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Now, let me ask you a question. I have a bit of a problem, and y'all know that she gonna tell it like it is. I have a problem with your first part of your recipe. Don't get mad. Now, what do you do to the potatoes? You done bought them from Smith's, Food for Less, Walmart, whatever. You done got them home. You done washed them. That's what my grandmother would say. And my grandmother used to always say, if you don't wash your stuff.
I didn't know wash had a R.
And that's my grandmother said worse. She said worse, and that's you put an R in it when you own. Yes, honey, and it works, honey. You work.
Did she have all her teeth?
No, she had free. But anywho,
yeah, how many?
She had free. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I got to ask you, what is the first thing you do to cook your potatoes?
I take them out the bag.
Now see, you trying it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I take them out the bag, I peel them.
And yes, you put them in a pot or a pan?
I peel them and then I boil them. You damn right about it.
I can't. I'm sorry, you guys. You guys gotta forgive me. Hey, I just died 3 times. Y'all know how Lexy feel about boiling potatoes.
It's Easter Sunday, honey. He rose, okay? They pulled him right back and he rose.
And he would have went back down in the grave if he knew you were sitting there boiling the hell out of them potatoes. Oh my God. I'm sorry, honey. My mother taught me we were supposed to bake them.
No.
You put them in the oven, you bake them to perfection, honey. That way they come out with all their juices, all the bilaterals and bisexuals.
And all the who?
Bilaterals and bisexuals.
The bisexuals?
Yes, honey, yes, bilaterals and bisexuals. The bilaterals.
And the
bisexuals, yes, honey, yes, indeed. You, honey, if you're raised by a black mother or grandmother, you would know these things, honey. I'm telling you, you got to bake your potatoes.
So what, I'm half white? Well,
honey, I don't know if you have white, but I can know you have red, honey, because I just fell the bottom of those shoes a couple times, okay? So, honey.
That's because it is Mr. Jeremy's homemade sweet potato pie.
Well, everyone loves your sweet potato pie.
Fresh, smooth, with a butter crust.
Honey, it would go to show that Sexy Lexy sweet potato pie is the best you never had. Have you had it?
Never had.
And that's why it's the best.
Naturally.
Well, I would definitely love to tell you how much I love your pies.
Well, actually, wait, hold on, but actually, you can and you will, because I actually brought you a Mr.
You brought her a pie?
You can Google me, Mr. Jeremy, and you will find me.
Well, you can Google me, YouTube me, FaceTime me, honey. I don't know unless I taste the pie myself.
Okay,
what y'all think? Y'all think you can make a better pie than your girlfriend? Because y'all know she could cook that fork all the way back to that spoon. But I'll tell you what, you stay tuned, sit right here, and we're going to find out just who is the best pie guru here in City.
You're so beautiful. Give the world a show. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Shake it fast.
Let me see what this is like, honey. No, honey. Please, stop tape, please. You're not on my show, honey. You make a buck. Pie. Oh, you ain't gonna give me too much of my own show, honey. It's good. It's good. But hey, you just taste that. You just taste that, honey. I'm done. I'm done with you right now. You just taste that.
Well,
okay?
thank you kindly, baby. But as Ayana said, you called me here.
Yes, honey. I called you to let you know, though. Because I wanted to find out. Yeah, that part. But
we do some differences.
But they still taste amazing.
They do. They
like
still are
amazing.
Fresh. They still are fresh, smooth, and creamy.
Yes, and none of them have lumps or those nasty strains.
They don't. I gotta give you that.
And it's sweet like a pie.
I can tell, and I'm not telling your secrets, but you probably put brown sugar.
I put a little brown sugar.
Okay.
I can tell you don't.
I do not.
See, you know what? I never tried it without brown sugar.
Because everything dark ain't necessarily good for you.
But honey, the darker the berry, the sweeter the cheese.
That's what some people say.
Most right people say
But
it.
what's this night feeling always good for you?
Honey, but 2 on food, honey. Thanks for everything. Now, I ain't gonna sit here and just think that your opinion is on board, because trust me, honey, there's somebody out there that's saying to themselves, we gotta taste this pie for ourselves.
Well.
So I challenge you. Are you willing to put your money where your pie is?
So where your tater is.
Honey, it's all skinned up to be, honey. We all part of the same
and
skin.
I can always peel it too. So how you want me to peel it back?
Honey, you just go ahead and cut it down the middle and let it see how it is, okay?
Okay, and I can spread it too and season it just right.
Well, honey, this is the best you've never had. And speaking of never had, y'all ain't never had it either. So why don't y'all, would y'all come to see us have a pie contest? Would you want to be the judge of this? You know what? I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm about to chill on this pie a little more. But unfortunately, this is all the time we have for today's show, okay? Now y'all gonna sit here and give me too much about me eating his pie, because it's as good as I don't know what. I'm just saying.
I just gotta taste a little bit of my own pie.
You know, I gotta do that too. Let me take a little bit of mine. Ooh. That part.
We did that.
We did that. Let's drink to that.
You're so beautiful. Give the world a show. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Go up, down, up, down, up, down. Shake it fast.